morning.
Morning.
Today I'm very happy to welcome a great young actress from the United States, Miss Llenelle Gibson. This is correct?
Yeah.
Yes. How are you, Llenelle? Thank you very much for the interview. I know you've been busy shooting a lot of films.
Oh, yeah. I've been trying ever since,
Yeah.
things have been letting up. I've been trying to get back to work.
Yes. I just today I browsed the web, saw some. You have a YouTube channel,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
started posting a long time ago. You like 13 years ago, it was your first video. That was like school plays or what?
Yeah. So that was like one of my best friends in school. We just like to do musicals together. So we would always sing on our free time and do some, like, I don't know, videos for fun.
Hmm. Yes, and there was another also a play, not another horror story. I see some glimpse of it. Where did you present that?
Oh, so I actually wrote that play and I
Really
directed it and produced it. Yeah.
great. Hmm.
And I wrote that in college. I started writing in my playwriting class and I kept going. And then I kind of tweaked it to do it for the Hollywood Fringe Festival a couple years ago. I acted in it as well, but I was mostly interested in like directing and producing that one.
This is great that I can say in a very young age you start to write and direct your own material. But I want to know, how did you start acting? How did you got interested since you were a child?
Yeah, so it's actually kind of a funny story.
Hmm.
So I had a huge crush on this guy whenever I was younger, and he ended up becoming my best friend. He's very gay, but I had a huge crush on this guy, and he was in all these theater shows. And
Hmm.
we are still best friends to this day. He was just in LA. We had lunch. But I was obsessed with this guy, and I was in like middle school, and he loved doing plays. So I was like, oh, well, I want to do plays. So I auditioned for a play that he was in, and I had a couple lines in the play, and I just had so much fun. And then I started just doing theater.
Yes, yes, this is great. And I see in your filmography, in the Internet Movie Database, you did a lot of short films. I can say mostly they are horror films.
Yeah.
Why? Tell me, are you typecast in horror films? Because I've seen also some clips of your Tiffany Chucky shorts, and you really sound like Jennifer Tilly a little bit.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Those were pretty big shoes to fill, so I worked pretty hard
Mhm,
on trying to make it at least a little bit accurate. He wanted it to
mhm,
be Jennifer whenever she was like younger, so my
mhm,
raspiness wasn't as much because she hadn't been
mhm.
smoking as much. But that one I worked really hard on the voice for, just because
Yes,
she's such an icon and everyone loves her, and I didn't want to try to step in those shoes without working really hard on it because she's awesome.
yes, yes. The first child's play film, the first ever, I saw it with my mother, in cinema. Maybe it was in the 80 something, and I loved it very much, the first film. Of course, I've seen the sequel. There are very good and bad sequels of the series. Also saw the remake. I didn't see the series yet who came up. But I want to ask you about Tiffany Chucky. This is some kind of a fan-made film, and you did. I mean, the filmmakers didn't have didn't have. I mean, the option to purchase the right of the characters. It was made like as a fan film.
Yeah, it was just made as a fan film. He
Mhm,
reached out to me on like a casting website because he thought that I looked kind of like Jennifer Tilly. So then he just
mhm.
auditioned me and then I got it.
Yes, but tell me, regarding the shorts you have made, I mean, do you think they made awareness about your work, or only casting agents can reach you through the casting website? Especially they are horror films. I mean, where do you think they played? I mean, in horror festivals, or can we see them somewhere on cable, stuff like that?
Unfortunately, you can't.
Hmm.
I think it's because well, Don Mancini did like some of our videos, and Jennifer Tilly liked one of my posts whenever everybody was tagging her in it. So it was exciting,
Really?
but also then they started their new series. So I think it'll be really hard to like get any rights to it with them restarting, the
Yes,
Chucky series and everything.
yes, yes. This is great. And I saw your show reel, some of your work on the internet movie internet movie database. There was a scene where you talked to your father, about becoming a journalist and a blogger.
Oh yeah.
Which film was that?
So that was like my very first film I ever did, besides like a music video. I was in college, with actually
Yes,
a really good friend who moved out to LA, and we've worked together on other things before. Um, but it was my very first film. I was in college and I was going to school for theater, and I auditioned for this film. One of my theater friends knew some film people, and they were like, "You should totally try this." It was the first thing ever, and I got the like lead role of it, and I was like, "Oh, this is way better than theater. I'm gonna do film instead."
yes, yes. And right now. A few months ago, I interviewed Down Ali Heising and then Angel Princess, I think
Yeah.
2 times. And accidentally, you are the third person or third character in the movie, Paradise Hotel. So I told him, okay, let's connect with her, with Lynelle, and because of course. When you are a writer or a journalist or film critic, you tend to see a lot of horror films, but not all the horror films can draw your attention because there are a lot made, in this genre. But tell me, how did you get cast in this film?
Well, so in 2019, I was on the SAG nominating committee, and I met Vera, who is Walt's wife. And
Hmm?
Walt is the director, producer, writer, as well as he was acting as Eric in the Paradise
Yes,
Motel. So I met him and his wife. The very first event I went to for Hulu, downtown, we were standing in line together, and we just made friends immediately. And then they were pretty much my buddies for every event we went to. So we'd go to these big, huge events like the Disney party and like all these premieres. And I always hung out with Walt and Vera. They were my best friends there, and they met all the friends that I brought with me. They were just so kind and fun and funny. And I just made friends with them. And then Walt was writing something, and he did tell me about it a little bit, but he wasn't quite done. So then I was working at my day job as a bartender, and Walt came in with a script, and he was like, "Hey, I really want you for this." So I was actually cast first in this. I was very excited. And it was originally a short film, actually. So it definitely grew a lot from when I was cast to when we started filming. We did have a large break because of COVID as well, but I think it gave Walt some time to like tune the script and also like, make it into a feature film, because originally it was just supposed to be a short film. And then,
yes,
I mean, COVID kind of ruined the filming, but it kind of made it better too because it made it into a feature. So,
yes. So you shot it like on a period of time, just stopping and coming back and stuff like that. This is right.
well, we kind of just waited until it was more safe just because of how many COVID protocols there were on set. There are just so many rules to, you have to have like an officer, and like there's just so many things that we had to deal with COVID. So I think Walt just decided to wait till it died down just a little bit so that we were able to like, give our best performances and get the best product.
Yes. And your character is called.
Oh, I'm sorry, it glitched for a second.
Yes, yes, yes. I was saying your character in the film is called Misty Evans, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. What can you tell me about her without ruining the film?
Mm, I would say that she is not exactly who you expect her to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
But she's best
This
friends
is
with Angel Princess's character.
okay. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. So right now, tell me, right now, before I ask you about your future project or what you would like to do in the future, I want to ask you, you still work sometimes as a bartender, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, sometimes people come in into the bar and recognize you from your work as an
Sometimes,
actress.
yeah. Yeah,
Well,
sometimes. I work at a pretty like I would say it's a relatively upscale place, so we have a
yes,
lot of more wealthy, and there's a lot of celebrities that come in. So it's a pretty high-end
excellent.
clientele.
Yeah.
So it's not very weird. You know what I mean?
Public,
Like I
public.
don't have people
Yes,
coming in like, "Oh my God, I love you." Like it's a lot of people that have been in the industry, and they have a lot of
yes,
money, so it's not like they're like freaking out over me.
yes, yes. No, no. I mean, because they sometimes they say if you meet you somewhere else, they say, "Are you the girl from Paradise Hotel or the girl from Tiffany?" I've seen this online. This kind of thing happens if you are across the street or in a restaurant, not necessarily a bar. Yeah. But right now, Lynel, do you like to continue acting in horror films, or do you like to expand your work in other genres?
Well, I'd always like to expand, but I mean, work is work, so either way, I don't really mind. I do like horror a lot. I like a lot of different genres, but I really do like playing the Black Widow characters where, you have the hot blonde girl that ends up murdering everyone. And I don't think it's what people expect. I'm like a 5 foot tall, tiny little person. So I don't really get to give off that energy in real life, I feel like. So it's always fun to play
Yeah.
something that you wouldn't ever be.
Yes, this is great. This is great. Lynel, I want to thank you very, very much for the interview. And I think already Paradise Hotel is already online, right? We can
I
see it online
believe
right
so.
now. Hmm.
I know
Or
that
it's
he's
coming
going to
soon.
work on a couple more like things. I was talking to Donna actually yesterday, and I know he's
Yeah,
trying to tighten up a little bit of just
yeah.
in
In the
general,
post
tighten it
production.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But it might be available online right now. He hasn't quite sent me a link yet, but I
Yeah.
know it'll be there very soon.
Yes, yes. I look forward to see it, and maybe it will spawn some sequels. Who knows? We will see.
I guess we will see. Those are in the
In the
talks.
back, in the talks, in the
Yeah.
back. Okay, Lina, I want to thank you again very much for the interview, and I wish you all the best. I will see the film when it comes online, and I can write you back my thoughts.
Yes, please do. And I'll definitely keep you updated on other projects and everything. I've been filming a lot, so hopefully you'll be able to check
Yeah,
those out too.
for sure. Thank you very much, Linel. Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
weekend. Thank you very much. Take care.
You
Have
too.
a good day. Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you very much.